So, without much pontification, time for genes adaptation takes a long time. Okay, and we all have almost 99% similar genes. Yeah, and we are different from chimpanzee and blah 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 blah. But we're not so different, for instance, from an onion. You know, an onion and us share about 40% of our genes.
That's pretty
It's
interesting.
something we can take home.
So, for these things to happen, the environment has a lot of issues, things that modify our genes. And this is where most of the diseases occur. It's not, no, it's not the genetic code. It's the epigenetics, which is the modification of the gene depending on the environment that we live in. For instance, if you are exposed to a lot of pollutions, all the pollution coming into your lungs, the cells in the lungs would be modified, and that would be given to your offsprings and all of the things.
Okay.
And so, over a long, long period of time, so between Gen Z and whatever X or whatever, it's not going to be much difference. It's only 10 years, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so genetics works in a long period of time. That is what you have to realize. Okay.
Tell me, if you will or can, how do you think that our genetics are affected potentially by things that are otherworldly here, like, the aliens and stuff? Do you
The
think
aliens.
and do you think they
I'm-
could be?
Yeah. Okay. So two things, just like normal. I don't think we are alone in this universe,
Sure, yeah.
this vast universe.
Yep.
I am sure there will be some kind of a life elsewhere. Now, what form of life? We don't know.
Yep.
And it's all speculation. Now, if indeed there were aliens that came down to Earth and were lost or were killed or whatever, then we need to see the proofs. All of this talk sense, I am not too sure that, because it's a little bit bits and pieces here and there. I am not. I need to see facts.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Speculation is up in the air.
But-
Now, how they may be different, it's interesting, because life began for us, as much as we understand, in the sea, and where there were vents in which bacteria started growing, and then bacteria moved into a cell and then became a living things,
Okay.
from a small unicellular to multicellular program to something that became either a whatever type of animals you have to say.
Yep.
But that also takes time, yeah.
Yep.
And then therefore it is going to be whatever happens else in the universe, which is so vast. The criteria for our living is the same everywhere, because there was, as far as we understand, one big bang.
Yep.
So everything, all the elements that we have, are already there in the universe.
All right. Yeah. So
The potentials for other life should exist.
Yeah, in like in a monumental kind of way,
but,
right?
But they are light years away, possibly.
Well, that's what I was gonna get at. But we can't time travel, so we don't know, right?
No, but I mean, there are, mathematically speaking, and I'm sure there is a professor of mathematics here the Chinese guy.
Oh, is he? Oh, wow.
He could
We
tell us.
are with some
Yeah.
brainy
So,
fuckers around here.
There are wormholes in the universe, and wormholes, you can go from one end and come back at the same time. It's all to do with time. Yeah. So wormholes could take you maybe into future space and bring you back or something like that. I don't know.
Isn't it crazy? Because when you talk about things of this caliber,
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's heady. It is beyond what, a lot of humans understand.
Yeah, but you have to accept the fact that we are learning every day,
I do.
And that is the beauty of science. Is
Yeah.
that, as we saw, our science did not come only recently. It came from far away.
Exactly. Right.
You know, women squatting to give birth that we are using today or in a different way. It was a
Yeah.
standard way of delivery.
Yeah.
They had utensils that we use still today.
Well,
What about the like the differences between us now versus like in Egyptian times?
Only us survive. Although the European, for instance, have about 10% Neanderthal in their genes. All of us. All the, yeah. Yeah.
that's why I'm prone to grabbing women by the hair, dragging them, and using a bat.
One of the biggest things that we have done is to correct a genetic disease in utero before the child is born in his mother's womb.
That's deep.
Like deformities and things like
Yeah,
that.
not only deformities. No, you can't. Once something is formed, you cannot reverse it. But if you know that you can interfere at a certain stage during development, and we have now the technology to interfere with that.
Yeah. Interesting.
But
so things like what?
yeah, okay. So I give you an example which is very controversial.
You know, I'm there for it. I want the controversial.
You know, the way people get AIDS, is through their T cells. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a receptor at the cell, immune cell, in which the virus comes in, and so you can modify that receptor in the embryo.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a single gene. You can target that particular gene that makes the receptor. Now, that is controversial because we are not allowed to do this in human yet, because that is modifying a human being. We have done it. We have done it in mice and other things. However, one Chinese guy did it in Chinese children where the mom and dad had AIDS, and he was ostracized. People, first of all, we don't know what happened to the children.
Yeah.
Because it was hush hush.
Yeah.
And the guy was removed from being a scientist because, you know, those kind of things we have to maintain quite some order, because otherwise there are some people who says, "Oh, let's change all the human."
Yeah. And nobody's God. You know, we want to play God.
But again, that kind of mutation was existing already in some population, for instance, in Africa and Italy. We don't know why these mutations have occurred. And this is why these people never got AIDS. And some of them were prostitutes in Africa, and they realized that they have a modification of that receptor.
Interesting.
And they never got AIDS,
So,
despite the fact that they were, you know.
and it was already out there.
Yes, it was already out there. So we knew that's the, you know, the evidence-based thing is very important. So yeah.
What do you mean? Are you trying to tell me, an American, that there isn't like alternative facts?
Yes, there is alternative facts, but it is alternative.
Yeah, right. I mean, well, this is what I like about science, right? Is it really defines?
Evidence.
You've got to, prove it.
Evidence. I believe it.
Yeah.
And what we do is that if you do the experiment, somebody else has to repeat it. If somebody else cannot repeat it, it means it's a freak of the.
How many times? So you like go about testing, right? How many times do you have to test something in order for it to be like a fact?
Many times. A PhD student in my lab would spend 3-4 years at a minimum.
Really?
The first 3 years, almost no result, and they become disillusioned.
Yeah, right. Fuck this. I'm done. Can you imagine 3 years?
Months of work would write a thesis.
That's
I have to tell you, I was in Houston, Texas, as a postdoc. That's after my PhD. and they put me on a project. And I was there for only 2 years. The first 9 months, I could not get anything to work, and I was crying. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
I came to learn this manipulation of DNA and things like this. But then one night, one hit, and that really made my scientific career.
Well, it's got to be like these people that.
It was finding a gene that is in our bone and our cartilage, and that gene not only in our bone and cartilage, but I found it to be elsewhere, and therefore it became known now that this gene is not only in bone, and it's called collagen type 1.
Did you get any awards for that? That's insane.
I got several awards, including selling a mouse, which is a transgenic, to a pharmaceutical company for £500,000.
And collagen is a big thing.
Yeah.
A big thing.
It's a thing. It's a huge thing.
Yeah,
People
but
like
not collagen that you eat and the thing, because it doesn't do anything there.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we are not allowed to do that in human, but we have done this in animals.
So what prevents that?
What prevents that is because this is a down spiral into genetic. You're doing like the Nazis. You don't want to go
But
into
this is proven
eugenics. So we don't know
what can happen if the modification
exactly, and that is what we don't know. This is a very good example. For instance, what we call a freak experiment, or in terms of the human that sometimes have 4 arms or no arms. It is those people who allowed us to understand why did not have 2 arms or they had double arms. Is because that particular gene either was missing or in double dose.
Yeah.
So the creation, really, what you call creation, it's amazing, because I say it's really a miracle in the sense that we all come out.
You're right.
okay.
Like it's good. Like
Why?
the
Because
conversation is like adult.
those
and
genes have to be at the
informed.
right time, in the right place, at the right dose, which you can never tell. And those are cells going in millions, duplicating to form a baby within the first 3-4 weeks, and then it just grows. So it's So you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to go into eugenics. No way. Cloning. You can clone yourself nowadays from one cell from your own body. Yeah. So cloning is different, and some people tried it in human. Apparently,
You're never on holiday. You're always.
Those were the experiments where you're fucking things up.
Yeah.
And because of those fuck ups, okay, this is why it got fucked up.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you learn
Sometimes
mostly
it
from
is.
your failures, right?
Yeah.
Not from I got it right.
I agree
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But
You've got to fail to succeed.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's in the failures. Well, at least in the science field, it's the more you fail, the more you're learning. Actually.
Yeah, that's
If you're
it.
passing
Yeah.
your first go, I'm like, oh, okay.
So you can clone yourself.
Yes. These
Yeah.
days, you can clone.
Ever since the days of Dolly the Sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was like the
How do you
1980s,
even do
right?
that, though?
Yeah.
How do you clone yourself?
Yeah, the
You,
trouble is, all governments have put like an hold on it. But if they really wanted to advance things, yeah, they could clone humans, no problem.
They can. Yeah.
I'm not sure anybody wants another one of me floating around. But a little genetically modified clone of me, right?
It's even twins are not genetically 100% identical. So even twins are not identical. So when we say cloning, we mean cloning with some adaptation. So it's not.
When you say cloning with some adaptation, but you can't clone 100 to 100%, like a 1-to-1 ratio.
Not really, because the environment in which you are born. Now we have a lot of understanding of the actual nourishment of the baby while he is in his mother's womb. what she eats, what she does, it has affect a lot, a
Wow.
lot.